Propel Fitness Water. With Gatorade electrolytes, zero sugar, and vitamins, Propel hydrates better than water to help you get the most out of your workout and get back to your best self. What propels you? Propel with Gatorade electrolytes.
This message is brought to you by Apple Card. Shave ice by the beach, a trip to the state fair, and a throwback flick at the local drive-in. They're more than just items to check off the summer bucket list. They're also opportunities to earn 2% daily cash back when you use your Apple Card with Apple Pay. Apply for Apple Card now and use in minutes with Apple Pay. Subject to credit approval. Apple Card is issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Terms and more at applecard.com.
AI is moving fast across the enterprise. But without visibility, it's just chaos. Different tools, different models, different teams using AI in completely different ways. ServiceNow turns that chaos into control. With the AI Control Tower, you see all your AI across the business in one place. What it's doing, what it's done, and what it's about to do. So you stay in control. To put AI to work for people, visit servicenow.com.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. And now, your host, Steve Collins.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Coach Unplugged. I am so happy that you decided to join us. If you like this podcast, you should go over and listen to a bunch of the other ones in our network, with like the 5-Minute Basketball Coaching Podcast, or High School Hoops, or Coaching Youth Hoops. All of those are, I think, interesting, and we would love if you left a 5-star review. You can leave those 1-star reviews at home. But before we jump into the topic today, I'd like to give a big shout out to our sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish. Mention Coach Unplugged and you'll get $450 off. You'll get great customer service. It is, I can tell you from someone that's still coaching, it has helped my team immensely. I can't tell you the number of shots that we have taken on our Dr. Dish machines. And then also go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. 25 years ago, when I took over a program that no one wanted, that had 5 winning seasons in 35 years, I was the only applicant. No one wanted it. I would have killed for a resource like teachhoops.com. It took me years to turn it into a national powerhouse. And I have put all that secret sauce inside of teachhoops.com. So come over and check it out. 14-day free trial. It will give you the roadmap. It will give you me. It will give you one-on-one calls and office hours and a community of like-minded coaches. I think you'll love it. Let's head off to the podcast. All right. Welcome. Coaching Youth Hoops. Coach.
Welcome back, Coach.
Welcome back. Like my Disney hat? Like my Disney hat?
I don't think I've seen that one before. Maybe I just don't remember.
This is a dirty one. I'm wearing the dirty one today.
Oh, really? Can't even see that.
It looks
bright white. I was going to actually make a mention of, wow, that looks pretty clean.
It's pretty dirty.
Dirt doesn't show up on the podcast.
It doesn't. Love Disney. Disney's a great, We'll talk about, so the Disney kind of leads into today's topic, where we're going to talk about pricing.
Oh my gosh. You know what? My family is down near Anaheim.
Ooh.
Because my daughter's checking out
a good school.
Colleges.
Yep.
And so my wife, of course, while she was down there, she's like, let's just check what the prices are for 2 of them. It's dynamic pricing.
One day.
Right now. One day, 2 of them at Disney.
That'd be like $400.
You're funny.
Total. Be like $400. For
You're
the tickets?
You're such a Wisconsin guy.
No, it's like $198 for a one-day ticket, isn't it?
No. $500 for the 2 of them for one day.
Yeah, okay, I was off a little bit. $250.
You were off a little bit.
A little bit. That was close. I wasn't like saying $48. So $500. Yeah, $250.
Oh, you want to hear something crazy? My wife's mother. No. She was at opening day of Disneyland. Very first day. We still have the ticket stub. How much do you think that ticket stub? Yeah. How much do you think that's worth?
A lot.
Yeah.
What number is it? You should look at what number it is.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good point. I don't know what
so
number
we're not
one
say
of
it on
X.
the podcast, but when we get off the podcast, at some point you're gonna have to tell me what number, because it's obviously not 0000001, but the lower that number, the more valuable that is. because that what means when she walked through the gate. Because these were old-fashioned tickets.
Yeah, old-fashioned tickets. Yeah. She kept it. She knew it was going to be something special. I don't know how my
A lot of
mother-in-law
people
just was like
did.
insightful like that. So yeah, she was opening day with her parents. Crazy. Crazy. And they're from Northern California. It wasn't like they lived right next door. So I don't know how.
So what was on Sunday nights? The something Disney, everything was like Disney anyway at that point in the 50s.
You have no idea.
Yeah. All right. So let's give a big shout out to our newest podcast in the network.
Yeah. You Sports Insider coaches, if you're an operator of any kind, that means, club owner, a tournament, uh, you got teams, you own a gym, trying to fill it. We're bringing on experts to help you get the most out of your programs from a business side. So we're going to take a deep dive into the business of youth sports. And again, our goal there is same as all the other podcasts. We're looking to positively influence 1 million kids through youth sports. And in order to do that, right, we have to have good operators. So we want to learn from the people who are at the forefront of doing that. So check it out at youthsportsinsider.com.
All right. So what's today's topic, Coach? I have several things. There's a reason I brought Disney up at the beginning, but go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. It actually does tie in. It took me a minute to understand what you were saying, but yeah. One of the things that's coming up with youth sports is the rising cost and the rising cost of entry, getting my kid involved in sports, the rising cost of now I have to travel, and then also getting into the games and tournaments to visit.
So I couldn't have timed this better. As we're talking, this comes up on my phone. Summer means new clothes, bikes, strollers, and more. How much will it? So literally it came on you. It popped on my feed about how much things are going to cost more. They already cost a lot. But I mean, I start shaking when I start thinking about, and we've already dealt with this about the amount of money that parents spend on just entry fees, on buying the shoes, paying the food. Like I talked about 2 or 3 weeks or couple weeks ago about all those expenses.
The average cost to just join the team,
it's $1,000 probably.
It's $1,000, right? And that's per athlete.
Yes, and I sent you something this morning. One of my assistant coaches was out, and that he was having to pay for the entry fee for him, his wife, and his mother-in-law or something. Or anyway, and it was 1-day pass was $18. 2-day pass was $30, and this is to watch their 7th grader play volleyball. So similar to basketball, it's
$30
pricing
per person.
Yeah,
for the weekend pass.
So the 2-day pass, you get a little deal. It's $15 a day. So all of a sudden they're spending $90 to go watch their 7th grader play like 3 volleyball matches. That's on top of all the other expenses. And prices are increasing on everything. So that's I think it's becoming harder for kids to be kids. It's becoming harder for kids to, again, when I grew up, when we were talking to Keaton a couple weekends ago, it was like I think he graduated high school in 2007. So he was just on the verge of this stuff starting to become more prevalent. But it was like,
he was shocked to hear that people are paying to get into sports at the youth level.
Right.
I'm like,
yes.
Here's this young guy. When I look at him, he's young. He's, 30 years old, 30 something years old. And I didn't realize he missed that wave. He was just on the
beginning part of that. It is. And I think there's a huge crisis. We can talk about some of the possibilities. And we have tried to make our youth program affordable, accessible, We pour the money back into it. We do whatever we can so kids that want to play basketball can. But I think we are, in our area, at least, we're the exception to the rule, and that's the only our youth thing. It's not the summer thing. It's not the AU thing. Yeah, but I think it is. I think a crisis. What do we define as a crisis? A crisis,
right? I was just going to ask you that. Yes,
kids can't play anymore. Like, I got to put gas in the car and food on the table. Sorry, Johnny, you don't get to go to Iowa on a Tuesday and play 3 basketball games.
Well, even take that to, we have to make a choice today. Either mom goes or dad goes to a game to watch.
That happens more than you're surprised.
Oh yeah, right. Absolutely. So it's getting to the point where we got to do something about these rising costs. But okay, let's assume for a second, right? I'm going to be positive about this and thinking generally speaking, there's humanity, right? People have gym costs are going up, the price of the gym because the property costs are going up because right, they have costs too that they have, right? Referee costs, right? All of that, the referees are raising their prices because the cost of living is going up and they're, you know what I mean? Like all has trickle effect to everything we do. And it shows up obviously in our face.
It's a ripple. This, it's
so
passed on. If anybody doesn't know
on.
anything about economics, if you buy something, it doubles along the way is usually the economics behind something. So if you buy something, let's say you buy something in India or China and it's $1, then it goes to the warehouse. Now it's going to cost $2. Then it's going to go $4. And maybe by the time I pay it, it's $8. The Target buys it for $4. They charge me $8. That's the general economics about how things kind of work through the chain. Well, that's what's happening in youth sports. Like you said, it's happening with the officials. It's happening with the organizers. It's happening with the concession stand. Well, don't even get me started on a box of popcorn now or a bottle of water. A bottle of water at Disney World is like $5. It's water, people. It's like, I get it.
Did you ever buy water recently in an airport?
Oh, I know, it's crazy because they got you. That's the key to that.
You haven't seen my expense report yet come through, although I did get it. I got to tell you this quick story.
Before you tell me the quick story, hold on. Before you tell me the quick story, let's give a big shout out to our sponsor.
Hey, coaches, go check out coachingyouthhoops.com, where we try to keep prices really reasonable for you to start your basketball journey, or if you're in the middle of it or you're in and you just need you want your time back. We have everything planned out for you all season long, every practice down to the detail. So go check it out at coachingyouthhoops.com.
Go ahead, finish your story now.
Okay, well, my drama trying to get home from Chicago.
Oh yeah,
my 12-hour plane ride.
Is the CFO of our organization going to be PO'd, or did you spend?
Oh yeah, you're going to be like, what did you order? So here I'm at the airport. My plane gets delayed 5 hours. I didn't eat at that time because I figure it's a 4-hour flight.
I fed you. I fed you that morning before we left. I fed you. You had,
that's right. That morning. Yeah. But now this is like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, right? And I figured I'll just go home and I'll eat. I don't need to eat. I'm not that hungry. And I didn't want to really eat or airport food.
Right.
I had to because I wasn't going to take off till 8 p.m. Right. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm starving. Find the healthiest choice. Okay. So it actually ended up this was in Long Beach. Could have walked home, I think, faster. So stopped to get a burrito. So, okay. All I got was a burrito. I got tap water, $25. Right. So talk about rising a $25 burrito. Like there was nothing special in it, but I was locked in an airport. Where else am I going to go? I can't leave the airport. Right. So yeah, paid $25 for the burrito. So when you see that expense report come through, you'll know it's just the burrito. But I did. So little tip, at least in Southwest, if your plane gets delayed more than 3 hours,
Yeah.
you can file a complaint and get reimbursed for your inconvenience and anything you buy.
Okay.
So I did that, and the net effect is I got a $25 voucher for the next time and $100 for the flight too. So anyway,
there you go. Maybe you'll be flying Southwest again.
But my 5 hours at the airport is not worth.
They are not sponsors of this podcast. If they want to be, they can let us know, even though they're taking away bags and the signed seats soon coming to Southwest. But let's go back to this. I think this is a huge issue, and the issue is when kids can't play. Bad News Bears. I was surfing I was one of the few people in the world that was just surfing, and I saw Bad News Bears and the bonds that you remember the movie Bad News Bears?
Yeah, I remember the movie. Yeah,
and they couldn't afford to get uniforms, and the bail bondsman ended up sponsoring them on the back. Anyway, it's because they couldn't it makes me think about this. It's like you want kids to be able to play sports, and and to make it more affordable to parents should be one of our missions, but it's gonna be like it's a crisis because every kid should be playing sports. And
then there's this huge initiative that a lot of big players, including ESPN, is behind, is to get 60% of kids playing sports. It right now is at 38 nationally.
That's crazy, and it's
crazy.
And it's again, It doesn't have to be competitive. It doesn't have to be,
no. They're talking about competitive to rec, right?
Like every kid under the age of 6 should be playing soccer. Like, learn to run around, kick a ball, like you should. It's just like,
well, we had the CEO of Soccer Shots on the U Sports Insider podcast talking about, that exact thing. Shout out to our new podcast, usportsinsider.com. Go check it out. And
that's a good drop. You're usually not good at those drops. That was
good. I'm not. Yeah, you're much better.
I give you a clap.
But I have some information real time. So we put out a survey on our Facebook group to find out what people are paying to get in. Right. So we had several levels. Right now, 50% of the people that responded, and it's still early, are paying $10 to $15 per day. Okay. There was a comment that was left. There's this particular basketball circuit that charges $25 for a day or $40 for the tournament. I'm assuming that's 2 days. So,
wow, is all I have to say is wow.
So the average, right now we're looking at the average cost between $10 and $15 per day per person to get into a tournament to watch their kids play. Do we have a solution for this? Tariffs definitely are not helping.
No, but I mean, it's but I think it's.
If you're listening to this in 2025,
yes, I think it is a crisis, and it's like I just can't. I mean, I can't believe it's $25 for a day to go watch your kid when you've already probably shelled out couple $1,000 already to play. But if you want to go over to go over to the Facebook group and type in basketball coaches, so it'd be facebookgroup.com groups, just basketball coaches / basketball coaches. You can jump in that poll too. We'll start another one somewhere else too at some point. But
so this is just us complaining right now. We don't have a solution. An answer to the problem.
But there needs to be a solution. There
needs to be a solution. Yeah,
because this is yeah. I mean, again, it's like we're not asking for them to have access to a Lear jets. We're asking for kids to have access to play a sport in which you need 2 rims and a ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need, and maybe an adult to officiate. That's it. Yeah. So it's like, I think it's just got to be, it's got to be more accessible for our student athletes. I think. Anything else, Coach?
Nope. Well, you could. Yeah. Well, hey, while we're here, let's go check out coachingyouthhoops.com. We have everything a youth coach needs to be a winning coach. Go check it out. Coachingyouthhoops.com.
Like I said last week, Coach and I got to pay for that $25 burrito. So
unbelievable, right? $25 burrito.
I know. Go over and check it out. All right. See you, Coach.
See you, Coach.
Thumbtack presents Uncertainty Strikes. I was surrounded. The aisle and the options were closing in. There were paint rollers, satin and matte finish, angle brushes, and natural bristles. There were too many choices. What if I never got my living room painted? What if I couldn't figure out what type of paint to use? What if I just used Thumbtack? I can hire a top-rated pro that knows everything about interior paint, easily compare prices, and read reviews. Thumbtack knows homes. Download the app today.